The CW network is in hot water with NASCAR fans after a major broadcasting blunder during the Xfinity Series GovX 200 race at Phoenix Raceway. The thrilling finish saw Aric Almirola make an aggressive move on Alex Bowman, pushing him into the wall right as they crossed the finish line. Almirola secured victory by just 45 thousandths of a second, making it the second closest finish in Phoenix Raceway history. But fans in Atlanta missed the entire dramatic moment because the CW's local affiliate, Peachtree TV, abruptly switched to a commercial for a baseball game between the Boston Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves. Viewers were left frustrated and confused as their screens unexpectedly cut away from the final moments of the race. Many expected the broadcast to resume after the ad, but the finish was never aired. NASCAR fans, known for their passion and loyalty, quickly took to social media to express their outrage. The backlash was so strong that the CW network had to issue a public statement addressing the situation. The CW's response, shared by Sports Business Journal's Adam Stern, acknowledged the mistake and assured fans that it would not happen again. The network stated that its affiliates are still adjusting to their new NASCAR programming and promised to work closely with them to ensure smoother coverage moving forward. Peachtree TV, the station responsible for the mishap, admitted the error and pledged to prevent similar issues in the future. Despite this assurance, many fans remained skeptical, especially since this wasn't the first time CW affiliates had struggled with NASCAR broadcasts. The controversy didn't just revolve around the network's mistake. Aric Almirola took the win in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race on Saturday in Phoenix, but the way he got there is what has people talking. The race itself had been mostly clean, with Justin Allgaier leading a dominant 130 of the 208 laps. Alex Bowman also had a strong run, putting himself in position for a big victory at his home track. But in the final moments, things got messy, and it was Almirola who came out on top, but not without controversy. With a late caution setting up a green-white checkered finish, Bowman made an aggressive but clean move, going 4 wide to take the lead. He didn't bump anyone, didn't shove his way through, just found a gap and took advantage of it. It looked like he might finally get a big win in the Xfinity Series, but then Almirola came charging in. He overcooked the corner, got loose, and instead of backing off, he used Bowman's car to stop his own slide. That sent Bowman into the wall, handing Almirola the win.
Yeah, I knew I was going to use them up a little bit, but trying to win the race, and I feel like it was warranted. I didn't think I did anything overly.
After the race, Almirola admitted he knew he was going to use him up a bit, which made the move feel even more questionable. Bowman hadn't done anything to him all race. He didn't race him dirty, he didn't block him unfairly. So why did Almirola think it was warranted to push him out of the way? That's the part that had people shaking their heads. Almirola had come back to the Xfinity Series after stepping away from full-time Cup racing, supposedly to mentor younger drivers. But instead of teaching clean, respectful racing, he pulled the kind of move he had once criticized others for. To make things even more frustrating, Almirola isn't racing for a championship. He's not a full-time Xfinity driver trying to rack up points. He's just there for the occasional race, which means he had nothing to lose by taking out Bowman. Bowman, on the other hand, had everything to lose. He had put himself in the perfect position to win, only to have it taken away in the final seconds by someone who wasn't even racing for points. That's what made the move feel unfair. This isn't the first time something like this has happened in NASCAR, and it won't be the last. Some fans love the anything-goes mentality, especially on short tracks like Phoenix, where bumping and banging are part of the racing style. But there is a difference between battling hard and just running someone over. What Almirola did falls into that second category. The race had plenty of other stories besides the Almirola-Bowman incident. William Byron had grabbed the pole for Sunday's Cup Series race, and Katherine Legge made history by becoming the first woman to race in the Cup Series since Danica Patrick back in 2018. While Legge's pace wasn't the fastest, She wasn't too far off Cody Ware, which was an achievement on its own. In the Xfinity race, Justin Allgaier was the dominant driver for most of the day, winning Stage 2 and looking like the clear favorite. Bowman won Stage 1 while Almirola led 25 laps before his controversial finish. Other notable finishes included Ryan Sieg in 4th, a great run for his small team, and Parker Retzlaff coming home in 11th. Brandon Jones, who has had a rough season so far, managed to avoid wrecking and finished a solid 3rd. One of the strangest moments of the race involved Austin Hill. He made a costly mistake, turning in too early and clipping the inside wall, which sent him sliding into Sheldon Creed and Dean Thompson. It was one of those wrecks that was entirely self-inflicted, and Hill was hard on himself after the race. He took full responsibility, admitting it was just a mental error. It's tough for a driver like Hill, who holds himself to a high standard, but mistakes happen, even to the best drivers. The Xfinity Series will return to Phoenix later in the year for the championship race. By then, the racing surface may change, and NASCAR may tweak the tire compound to improve grip and handling. At the end of the day, Almirola got the win, but the way he did it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Winning matters, but how you win matters too. For many, this victory won't be remembered as a great moment. It'll be remembered as a race where the fastest driver didn't win because someone else played too rough. NASCAR has always had a mix of clean racers and aggressive ones, and this race just added another chapter to that long history. Now, some defended this move, calling it a necessary part of competitive racing, while others felt it was too aggressive. In his defense, Almirola stated that he was simply focused on winning and didn't believe his actions were excessive. He explained that he knew he had to make a move to secure the win and that he didn't feel he crossed any lines. Bowman was clearly frustrated. He expressed disappointment that Almirola didn't leave him enough space on the exit, essentially forcing him into the wall. Bowman acknowledged that Almirola had a stronger car that day, but felt the finish could have been cleaner. His frustration was understandable, especially considering the amount of damage his car sustained. While he managed to finish second, the wreck condition of his vehicle highlighted just how rough the final lap had been. But the CW's broadcasting error remained a major talking point. NASCAR's deal with the CW for Xfinity Series coverage was seen as a fresh start, but incidents like this raised concerns about whether the network is fully prepared to handle the demands of live sports broadcasting. Motorsports coverage requires precise timing and an understanding of race flow, and cutting away at the most critical moment of a race is a mistake that can't afford to be repeated. Fans are also growing increasingly frustrated with inconsistent coverage across different affiliates. Some stations have been accused of failing to prioritize NASCAR broadcasts, leading to missed races or poor quality coverage. Given how passionate the NASCAR fan base is, these issues could negatively impact the network's reputation if not addressed properly. As NASCAR continues to grow and attract new audiences, ensuring a seamless viewing experience will be crucial. The sport has seen an increase in younger viewers in recent years, thanks in part to social media and streaming platforms. However, traditional TV broadcasts remain a major way for fans to follow races, making it essential for networks like the CW to deliver high-quality coverage. NASCAR and its broadcast partners will need to work together to avoid similar issues. Whether that means implementing stricter policies for affiliates or improving communication between network headquarters and local stations, changes must be made to prevent another situation like this. Fans deserve to see every lap, every battle, and every finish, especially when a race comes down to the wire. Hopefully, the CW and other broadcasters will ensure that every second of the action is delivered to fans without interruption. And that's all we have for today's episode. Don't forget to comment down your thoughts on this, and while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more upcoming updates.